love you more than anything. Will you marry me?
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes.
I stood in the crowded restaurant holding a small velvet box, my hands shaking. "Emily," I said, forcing a smile, "do you remember our first coffee?" She laughed softly. "You spilled it all over yourself." People nearby smiled. I swallowed. "I've been clumsy my whole life, but loving you was the one thing I never messed up." My heart slammed. I'm not perfect. I get scared. I overthink. But I believe in loyalty. I believe in choosing one person every day. I opened the box. "Will you marry me?" She covered her mouth. "Are you serious?" "I've never been more serious," I said. Tears filled her eyes. "Yes," she whispered. Then louder, "Yes." The restaurant erupted. Someone clapped. Someone cheered. Emily jumped into my arms. "I love you," she said. "I love you more," I said, meaning it with my whole body. I felt complete. I felt chosen. I felt safe. Later, we met my friends at a nearby bar. Jason raised a glass. "About time, man." Grinned. "I told you she'd say yes." Ryan nudged me. "Guess you're officially boring now." Emily laughed. "He's always been boring. I prefer loyal," I said. Jason smirked. "To loyalty, then." We drank, we joked. Emily sat close, her hand on my knee. "I still can't believe it," she said. "I can," I replied. "I've believed in us for years." She kissed my cheek. "I need a girls' night tonight," she said lightly. "Just to breathe." I hesitated. "Tonight?" She squeezed my hand. "Please." "I'll see you tomorrow." Jason laughed. "Relax. She's not running away." I smiled, pushing the doubt down. "Okay, text me when you get home." "I will," Emily said. "I promise." As she left, Mark slapped my back. "You did good." I watched the door. "I really did." Ryan raised his glass again. "Future secured." I nodded. "Future secured." I went home alone, the ring box still warm in my pocket. Believing my life had finally locked into place, Emily leaned against the door, fixing her lipstick. "Just a girls' night," she said. "Nothing crazy." I nodded, even though something pinched my chest. "On the same night?" She smiled. "I need space to think. Big steps scare me." "I get that," I lied. "Just text me." "I will," she said, kissing me once more. "Don't wait up." The door closed. The apartment felt louder after that. I stared at my phone and whispered, "Don't be stupid." I placed the ring box on the table like proof that everything was real. I texted her. "Home safe?" No reply. I waited. I paced. I picked up my phone again. "It's fine," I muttered. "She's celebrating." I called Jason. "You still out?" "Yeah," he said. Music thumped behind him. "Why?" "Just checking." "Relax, man. Big day. Enjoy it." Call ended too fast. I texted Mark. "You guys okay?" "Nothing." Ryan didn't answer either. I sat on the couch, the ring box in my hand. She said yes. I told the empty room. She said yes. I replayed her voice. I replayed her smile. I replayed the way her hands shook when I opened the box. I checked my phone again. No messages. I typed, "Miss you already." Still nothing. An hour passed, then 2. I poured a drink I didn't want. "Stop overthinking," I said out loud. "You trust her." My phone buzzed. I jumped. It was Emily. Still out. "Love you." That was it. No emoji. No name. My fingers hovered over the screen. "Everything okay?" I sent no response. I stared at the clock. "Just tired," I told myself. "She's tired." I called her. Straight to voicemail. I tried again. Same result. I messaged Jason. "Can you check on her?" Seen no reply. My chest felt tight. I stood and walked to the window. The city lights blinked back at me. "You're imagining things," I whispered. "You're engaged." I sat back down and opened the ring box again. The diamond caught the light. "This means something," I said. She wouldn't lie. Another hour passed. My phone buzzed again. Unknown number. She's fine. Stop worrying. I stared at the message. Who is this? I typed. No reply. I called Mark again. He didn't answer. I slammed my phone on the table. Why is everyone quiet? I asked the room. I remembered Emily's laugh earlier, her voice saying yes, her fingers gripping mine. It's just a night, I said. One night? I waited until the sky began to change color. The dark slowly turned gray. My phone buzzed one last time. Emily. I'll explain later. Don't make this harder. My hands went cold. Explain what? I whispered. I typed it. No answer. I stood by the window as the sun rose. The ring box sat open behind me. My reflection looked unfamiliar. For the first time, the future felt unsteady. The fear didn't scream. It settled quietly, deep in my bones, and refused to leave.
I didn't go looking for the truth. It found me while I was still trying to breathe. My phone buzzed as I sat at my desk. You look terrible, Lena said, standing beside me. Did you sleep at all? Not really, I said. Big night. She raised an eyebrow. Good big or bad big? Engagement big, I said. Her smile froze. Oh. She hesitated. Then you probably shouldn't see this. See what? I asked. She turned her phone toward me. Someone sent this to our group chat by mistake. I stared at the screen. Why are Jason and Mark in a hotel room? Lena whispered, I'm sorry. The video started playing. My hand shook. Pause it, I said. She didn't move. I watched Jason laugh. I watched Emily's hair fall across his shoulder. My stomach twisted. That's not real, I said. Lena grabbed my arm. I didn't know it was her. Turn it off, I said louder. She did. The room felt too small. I ran to the bathroom and threw up. I leaned over the sink and whispered, No, no, no. Back at my desk, Lena said softly, Do you want me to stay? No, I said. I need answers. I called Jason. Tell me the video is fake. Silence. Then, where did you get that? Tell me it's fake, I repeated. It's not what it looks like, he said. I laughed, sharp and broken. What does it look like, Jason? She was drunk, he said. So were you, I replied. Did it happen? He sighed. Once. I hung up and called Mark. Did you touch her? What? He said. I saw the video. He cursed. She came onto me. So you said yes, I replied. I didn't think. You never do, I said and ended the call. My hands were numb as I dialed Ryan. I need the truth. He was quiet for a long moment. You shouldn't hear this from me. But I will, I said. It happened, he admitted. I swear it meant nothing. I laughed again. It meant everything to me. I sat there, staring at my phone. Lena hovered nearby. I'm really sorry, she said. It's not your fault, I replied. Thank you for not lying. I left early and went home. The apartment smelled the same. The ring box was still on the table. I called Emily. She answered immediately. We need to talk, she said. I know, I replied. How many? She didn't answer. How many? I asked again. All of them, she said. I closed my eyes. Did you plan it? No, she said. It just happened. Did my proposal mean anything? I asked. It did, she said quickly. Then why? She exhaled. I wanted to feel wanted. I wanted to marry you, I said. She didn't cry. You'll get over this. Something inside me went silent. I loved you, I said. I know, she replied. That's why this hurts. I hung up. I didn't scream. I didn't break anything. I sat on the floor and held my knees. My love didn't explode. It folded inward, sharp and quiet. By nightfall, I understood the truth. I didn't lose them over time. I lost my partner and my friends in a single night, and nothing would ever be the same again that I didn't answer my phone anymore. I let it ring until the sound felt like needles in my head. "Stop," I whispered, staring at the ceiling. My stomach growled, and I ignored it. "Food won't fix this," I said to myself. I replayed Emily's voice in my mind. "You'll get over this." I laughed quietly. "You don't get to decide that." My phone buzzed again. Daniel's name flashed. I answered. "What do you want?" "You sound dead," he said. "Have you eaten?" "No." "Have you slept?" "Does it matter?" "Yes," he said sharply. "You're still alive." "I don't feel like it," I replied. He sighed. "I'm coming over." "Don't." I wasn't asking. He arrived an hour later. "You look like hell," he said, stepping inside. "Nice to see you too," I muttered. He glanced at the untouched food on the counter. "This isn't strength," he said. "This is hiding." "I'm not hiding," I said. "I'm surviving." "By disappearing?" he asked. I snapped. "What do you want me to do, scream?" "Yes," he said. "Or cry. Or punch something. Just don't rot." I looked away. "I trusted them," I said. "I know," he replied. "That's not a crime." "It feels like one," I said. After he left, my phone buzzed again. "Emily." I stared at the screen. "Say something useful," I said as I answered. "I never meant to hurt you," she said. "You did," I replied. "You're acting like I planned it," she said. "I'm acting like you chose it," I said. She exhaled. I was confused. "So you destroyed me?" "That's not fair," she said. I laughed once. Neither was sleeping with my friends. "I'm trying to explain," she insisted. "I'm not asking for explanations," I said. "You're being cold," she said. "I'm being quiet," I replied. Silence stretched between us. "What do you want from me?" she asked. "Nothing," I said and ended the call. I slid down the wall and sat on the floor. "You didn't scream," I told myself. "You didn't beg." Inside, though, everything collapsed. I pressed my palms to my face. Is revenge worth this? I asked the room. Would it heal me or finish me? My phone buzzed with messages I didn't open. I stood slowly and looked at the ring box. "Not yet," I whispered. "They don't get my anger." I closed the box, turned off the lights, and made a quiet promise. I would not expose them yet. I would wait. I stopped drinking coffee and started drinking water. One small change, I told myself every morning. I ran until my lungs burned. "You're still here," I whispered while my legs shook. I threw away junk food. Control starts here. I stopped checking Emily's social media. Curiosity is poison. Daniel noticed first. "You're quieter," he said during dinner. "I'm listening to myself," I replied. He nodded. "That's new." I met Clara the next week. She leaned back in her chair and said, "Tell me why you're here." "I don't want to fall apart," I said. She asked, "Or do you want revenge?" I hesitated. "Both." She didn't flinch. "Revenge feels powerful because pain feels weak." "I don't feel weak," I said. "You feel wounded," she corrected. "That's different." I clenched my jaw. "They deserve consequences." "They'll get them," she said calmly. "The question is whether you want to be part of the wreckage." That stayed with me. At work, Lena whispered, "People are talking." "I'm not," I said. She nodded. "That's what scares them." Jason texted me. "Can we talk?" I replied, "No." Mark tried next. "This is getting ugly." I typed, "Truth usually is." Ryan sent nothing. Emily ran into me outside the grocery store. "You look different," she said. "I feel different," I replied. "You won't even yell at me," she said. "Why?" "Because yelling keeps you close," I said. She frowned. "That's not fair." "I'm not playing fair anymore," I replied. She reached for my arm. "I miss you." "I miss who I was," I said, stepping back. At my next session, Clara asked, "What does power feel like now?" "Quiet," I said. She smiled. Good answer. Rumors spread without my help. Someone leaked screenshots. Someone talked too much. I stayed silent. Daniel asked, "You sure about this?" "Yes," I said. "I don't need to push." Emily texted late one night. "Can we start over?" I stared at the message. "You don't recognize me anymore," I whispered. I typed, "No." For the first time, I didn't feel broken that I heard about Jason from Daniel first. "He got fired," Daniel said over the phone. I asked, "For what?" "Office complaints," he replied. "Multiple." I stayed quiet. Daniel added, "People talk when they feel safe." I didn't say anything, I said. "I know," he replied. "That's the point." At work, Lena leaned toward me and whispered, "Mark's girlfriend moved out." I asked, "Did he tell you why?" She shook her head. She found messages. I nodded once. Truth has a way of surfacing. Ryan exposed himself without help. He posted drunk, angry videos online. Someone recorded him yelling in public. "He's spiraling," Lena said. "I'm not surprised," I replied. Emily stopped showing up at places she loved. Mutual friends avoided her. Invitations disappeared. She texted me more often. I didn't respond. One night, she showed up at my door. "I just need to talk," she said, eyes red. I stepped aside. "Talk." She sat on the couch and whispered, "Everyone hates me." I leaned against the wall. "That happens." "I didn't think it would be like this," she said. "I did," I replied. She looked up. "Why won't you yell at me?" "Because you want me to," I said. Tears slid down her face. "I ruined everything." I said nothing. She continued, "Jason won't answer. Mark blocked me. Ryan blames me." I asked, And I'm alone," she said. I waited. "I thought you'd fight for me," she whispered. "I fought by walking away," I replied. She stood and reached out. "Please say something." "I am," I said calmly. She broke down then, crying hard. "I'm sorry," she said between breaths. I didn't move. I didn't speak. My silence filled the room. She wiped her face. "Don't you feel anything?" "I feel finished," I said. She shook her head. "You're punishing me." "No," I replied. "Life is." She sank back onto the couch. "I thought karma was a myth." "It's just consequences," I said. She looked small. "I miss you." "I miss who I became after losing you," I answered. She whispered, "Can we fix this?" "No," I said. She started crying again. "Please." I opened the door. "You should go." She stood slowly. "You've changed." "Yes," I replied. At the door, she turned back. "I never meant to hurt you." "I know," I said. "That's why this hurts." She stepped outside, sobbing. I watched for a moment, then closed the door. As I walked away, I understood something clearly. Revenge doesn't shout. It waits. And tonight, it didn't need my help at all. Emily asked to meet at the cafe where we planned our future. I arrived early and sat alone. This place doesn't hurt anymore, I told myself. When she walked in, she stopped. "You look calm," she said. "I am," I replied. She sat across from me and took a breath. "I'm sorry," she said. I waited. She looked down. "I never said it right before. I never said it fully." I nodded. "Keep going." "I didn't think I could lose you," she said. "I thought you'd always stay." "I thought you'd never betray me," I replied. Tears filled her eyes. "I was selfish." "Yes," I said. She flinched. "I was scared of settling." "So you destroyed everything," I said. She whispered, "I didn't think about the cost." "I paid it," I replied. She reached into her bag. "Jason asked me to tell you he's sorry." I shook my head. "He can speak for himself." She continued, "Mark said he wasn't thinking." "They never do," I said. "Ryan said it was a mistake," she added. "A pattern isn't a mistake," I replied. She wiped her face. I know you hate me. I don't, I said. She looked surprised. Then what do you feel? Anger, I said. Pity. And closure. She swallowed. I replay everything, she said. Your proposal. Your face. So do I replied. She leaned forward. Can you forgive me? Yes, I said. Her eyes widened. But forgiveness isn't reconciliation, I continued. Her shoulders dropped. So this is goodbye. This is release, I said. I took the ring box from my pocket and placed it on the table. This doesn't belong to the past anymore. She stared at it. I never deserved that. No, I said. But I needed to give it back to myself. She started crying again. I ruined us. You revealed us, I replied. She whispered, I wish I could go back. I don't, I said. She looked up. Why? Because I like who I am now, I answered. Silence settled between us. The cafe noise faded. I loved you, she said softly. I loved you honestly, I replied. She reached out, then stopped. Is there anything I can do? Yes, I said. Let me go. She nodded slowly. I hope you find happiness. I already did, I replied. I stood and picked up my coat. She stayed seated, crying quietly. As I walked toward the door, I glanced back once. I didn't feel regret. I felt free. I stepped outside and left the place where I once imagined forever. Choosing myself without looking back, I sat across from Daniel at a roadside cafe. He asked, Do you still wake up angry? Sometimes, I said. And guilty? Not anymore. He smiled. That's progress. I stirred my coffee. I thought healing would feel louder. It's quieter, he said. Like breathing without pain. I traveled alone for the first time a month later. At the airport, the clerk asked, Anyone joining you? No, I said. She smiled. Enjoy the freedom. I did. I spoke to strangers. Where are you from? One asked on the train. Here, I replied. For now. At night, I called Daniel. I don't feel empty, I said. That means you're full of yourself again, he joked. I missed that, I replied. Clara asked during a session, What did betrayal teach you? That trust isn't weakness, I said. And masculinity, she pressed. That silence can be strength, I answered. She nodded. And honesty. I owe it to myself, I said. I made new friends without explaining my past. One said, You're easy to talk to. I learned the hard way, I replied. Emily crossed my mind less often. When she did, I didn't flinch. I don't hate you, I whispered once. I just don't need you. Daniel noticed. You're lighter, he said. I stopped carrying what wasn't mine, I replied. One night, my phone buzzed. Emily's name appeared. I hope you're okay. I stared at it, then set the phone down. I felt nothing. No anger. No guilt. Just peace. Valentine's Day came back around quietly. I woke up alone and didn't feel the urge to check my phone. That's new, I said to myself. I stood by the window and watched the city wake up. 1 year, I whispered. You survived 1 year. Daniel called while I made breakfast. How does today feel? He asked. Peaceful, I said. No anger. No, I replied. No sadness. Not the kind that hurts, I said. He laughed. Proud of you. Me too, I said. I went for a walk and passed couples holding hands. Someone brushed past me and said, Sorry. It's okay, I replied, smiling. I remembered the ring. I remembered kneeling. I remembered believing love was enough. Love without loyalty is empty, I thought. I learned that the hard way. At lunch, a stranger asked, Waiting for someone? No, I said. Just enjoying the day. That's rare, she said. I earned it, I replied. I met Clara later for coffee. She asked, Do you still define yourself by what happened? No, I said. Then how do you define yourself? As someone who walked away, I answered. She nodded. That takes strength. I used to think strength was holding on, I said. Now I know it's letting go. She smiled. What about your scars? I don't hide them, I said. They remind me I survived. I walked past the jewelry store where I once bought the ring. I stopped. Not today, I told myself. I crossed the street instead and entered a small bookstore. The clerk asked, looking for a gift? Yes, I said. For someone special. For me, I replied. She smiled and said, good choice. I bought a leather-bound journal and held it like it mattered. This is mine, I whispered. Outside, my phone buzzed. Emily's name appeared again after months of silence. Happy Valentine's Day. I stared at the message. I don't need closure from you, I said softly. I locked my phone and slipped it into my pocket. I sat on a bench and opened the journal. The first page was blank. That's perfect, I said. I wrote one sentence. I choose myself. I closed the book and leaned back. I didn't feel victorious. I felt complete. I thought about revenge and how tempting it once felt. Justice didn't come from hurting you, I reflected. It came from saving me. A man sat beside me and said, nice day. It is, I replied. He nodded. You look content. I am, I said. As the sun lowered, I stood and took a final look at the street where I once imagined proposing again someday. That life ended, I told myself. This one began. I walked forward without looking back. I wasn't the man who begged, waited, or broke anymore. I was the man who walked away and finally learned how to live.